Welcome, everybody, to episode 3.
Not 4.
Not 4. Yeah, we've established that I am bad at counting and math and memorying your characters' names. What's his name?
Cameron.
CeeLo Green?
Yeah, CeeLo.
But it was kung fu fighting.
I remember when I lost my mind.
All right, everybody, pull your thermometers out of your butt and tell me what your reading is. Got COVID?
I was not tracking what you were talking about there for a second. I'm like, what did you say?
There's a lot of videos out there of people pointing a thermometer at like a fryer and being like, COVID, we got COVID here.
I always go first. Somebody else go first.
It's because you're right across from me and I go left to right because I read.
Oh, okay.
Let's go right to left.
I'm fucking ready.
She's rage.
What
raging.
does that thing say? Tell me now.
No.
I don't know that you know that I have it because he put it in my hand, so I'm the only one who knows that I have
Veronica doesn't know, but Jess really wants to know.
it.
Does Vanessa know that she doesn't know that Vanessa has it?
Did he have to roll a stealth check to get that into her hand?
No, he was just like,
Fucking weirdo.
He's just stealthy.
made those tongue movements too.
You just see Vanessa's pants just dust.
God.
Because she's old.
Old Marcus coming back. I'm telling you, man, every one of your characters is just a little bit of Troy sprinkled in.
Just a dash.
Right now we have techie 19-year-old Troy. Before we had musclehead cooter shot.
Cooter capturer, I
Yeah.
prefer. Yeah.
Extraordinaire. Jesper, you got a little note. What do you
That's not Jesper.
jet ski, whatever. Other Jess, what do you got?
Just curious to see. He obviously recognized us, but we don't know who he is, so interested to dig into that. And also, it's kind of odd timing that we read about him on the way there, and then he pops out of the director's office as we get it. It's just all too coincidental
All
for my
too
taste.
convenient.
Yes. So I'm curious to see. Might probe the director a little bit to be like, so
Ooh,
why was old
probe.
Ed hanging out in your office? What's going on? So we'll see how that conversation goes.
Good old Ed.
I think there's going to be a little bit more surprises ahead in this episode than you think. Very, very soon you'll find out. So right after you get done probing the director, you can ask him about some questions about it.
Probably. I'm not going to let him. Are you good?
Oh, yeah, sorry. No, I was making a dumb joke. Right after you get done probing him, are you gonna ask him a couple questions?
Pedal faster.
Yeah.
And that's if you guys don't know who he is. Like, you didn't see a picture of him or anything. I just told you about him.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, okay. So you know who that was.
I know. Yeah. There was articles. I know what he looked like around 17 or 18. I don't know how long ago the murders were.
It was
but-
16, so
years ago?
2007.
Oh, that's when they...
Oh, I thought it
murders-
was 2010.
When he was 16 in 2007, I thought.
Oh, I think you're right. I vaguely remember 2007 because I thought, hey, that's the year I
So-
graduated.
8 years later.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
Why am I
The
thinking
spirits are
2010?
telling you that I am right.
oh, it's 2010. Even still, 5 years.
You'd
5
still
ye-
be able to write
It is
Yes.
2010. What happened in
My
2007?
boss killed herself.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm getting my dates mixed up.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, you get $1 and a treat.
Oh, does he get a doubloon?
I have them actually. I have some doubloons around here for little tokens. I can give people tokens. Probably not for this game.
I think we should use doubloons for this game. I might still have Marcus.
Yeah, we'll just turn this into D&D. Roll twice and take the better percent. Troy, how's your you got COVID or are you in the Arctic right now with your
No.
temperature?
No, I'm cool as a
Kinda
cucumber.
Status quo from last time, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some things that I'm going to attempt to do here because
Mhm.
I have a feeling that even though we haven't met this guy yet, I don't think he's going to be fully transparent with us.
No way in hell.
Yeah. So I have a couple things that I'm going to try and do while we're here secretly.
So do I get to keep these from last game?
Are those from?
What's the exchange rate?
Yeah, what's the exchange rate?
Oh, for the doubloons. Oh.
Can those be a 10% on a roll? Each doubloon at 10%?
I mean, they are from the last session. They're not from our D&D.
They're from the last session of what?
Our last season is what I meant.
Did I give you doubloons last season?
Yes.
Yeah,
Did he?
yeah.
I don't
Was
remember.
that a part of a part of the game? Did I say? Did I pass out
Wait.
those?
I swear to God, he
no,
did.
I don't
so.
think he did either.
No. I don't know.
I feel like I would have argued a lot more.
Why do you think I took them out?
Yeah,
Avoid arguments.
So what game do I have these from?
probably from our D&D game.
I thought we turned all those in.
No, but we just had a D&D game with the pirates.
Pirates.
Did he hand any out during the pirate?
Yes, he did.
Oh.
And
Spirits
I was
say
bitter
yes.
because I didn't get any, and
Oh.
Elephant Boy did.
And then he
That's
died
right.
immediately.
Yeah, then he died immediately. I died first, though.
Man, did you see that elephant boy's trunk?
Yeah.
I was thinking we
Everybody
had
wants to
them
look at the
last time.
trunk. That's where the doubloons goes, to the trunk.
We should do doubloons in this game.
I agree.
Write in if you want us to use doubloons.
Save me some sanity.
So, well, temperature check's out of the way. What do we got left?
Social networks.
Yeah, so we're pretty much on everything. Doom Vision Podcast on Facebook, at Doom Vision Pod on Twitter. We're pretty active on Twitter, at Doom Vision Podcast on Instagram. We tend to post the big announcements there. TikTok at Doom Vision Podcast. We're about to light that bee up. We do have Discord if you want to join our Discord server and chat with us and others who enjoy the show as well as see the handouts. Just have a good old time. You're more than welcome to that. We have links in all of our Discords, all of our social media bios. We also do have merch on the way. And then if you really enjoy what you see, we highly suggest that you consider joining our Patreon, where you can contribute on a monthly basis to help us grow and expand and provide the best content we can for you. So Patreon, and also subscribe, give us good ratings and reviews on our podcasting platforms. That really helps give us new exposure to new audiences that may not know that we exist yet. And it helps us climb those charts so that we are more visible to everyone. Thanks.
And if
What?
all those descriptions or all those links will be in the description, but if we get to number 1 in podcasts, Kevin will start an OnlyFans.
Yep. Way ahead of you, buddy.
Rake it in that dough. And by dough, I mean that booty.
And bless you to Mel.
She's going to listen to this and be like, how do they know I sneezed? What the fuck? So, let's get into it, shall we?
I think we shall. Delta Green, the role-playing game, is a horror-themed tabletop RPG that uses dice and collective storytelling to help shape the narrative of the game. The handler presents story elements and situations to the agents, who have free agency to make choices that govern their characters' lives. In the context of this game, Delta Green is a covert agency embedded in the upper echelons of government to stop supernatural threats and to prevent those threats from ever being revealed to the world. We at Doom Vision are playing Impossible Landscapes, a campaign of scenarios set in the world of Delta Green. Impossible Landscapes was written by Dennis Detweiler and published by Arc Dream Publishing. For more information, please visit delta-green.com or arcdream.com. All information will be listed in this episode's description.
Previously on Doom Vision.
Mark is coming out of the satellite phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Cameron's going to pick it up and be like, hello?
Well, if he picks it up, I'm probably going to take it out of his hand.
And then you hear,
Like, you don't know where you are? You need to let us know. I know this sounds very strange.
Are you sure that you're up for this?
Honestly, I wasn't till I heard that voice.
So you're going to be in your own room. You guys are bunking up together. Okay.
Before we go in,
Your room number
Oh.
is 615.
That's mine.
Yeah, and yours is 616. Both yours. Dump all this stuff out. There's no electronics inside the phone. It is an empty shell full of organic material, earth, dirt, plants. If you look closer, you see a very small, tiny, golden bug inside of this glass vial on the leaf. Oh, there's one thing. There is a brand on the phone.
Okay. What's that brand?
Seer, Seere.
Seer is a prince of hell with 26 legions of demons under his command. He may sojourn any place on earth in a matter of moments to accomplish the will of the conjurer. Bring abundance and locate treasures both stolen and burgled. He is not a demon of evil, or eel, depends on how you want to look at it, but good nature. Being mostly indifferent to evilness, he is depicted as a man riding a winged horse and is said to be beautiful.
But you find Seer Inc. In an entry from a PDF of a book called Mental Illness in the Workplace and Beyond by Devin Greenbrier.
I'm going to walk over to their room, 616, and be like, that's kind of odd, and knock.
Yeah, I think I don't get restful sleep. I think I get like nightmares.
Yeah, you wake up and you're unable to, and then we have to talk about like exhaustion the next day and stuff. But I would say that like when he knocks on the door, you're like, like you wake up from this dream and you're, I would assume, sound asleep.
it's going to wake me up, though.
Yeah. So you're going to wake up and be like, what?
Okay, while we're in the car, I want to try to remotely access their phones to use it for tracking purposes.
So the Dorchester House is a fully accredited psychiatric facility that focuses on the treatment of violent mental illness. One of the news things that pops up, that seems to consistently pop up, is about a particular guy. Lots of press for this particular person, Ed Myler Wist.
They're calling him the poor little rich boy murderer. Apparently he murdered his family with a shotgun on his 16th birthday.
You come out of the elevator and you go down and you follow some arrows and you find Dr. Dallon's office, and out comes Ed Myler Wist. As he walks by you, he slips something into the palm of your hand, a piece of paper. Welcome to the show, everybody. Season 2, Episode 3. What's up? How you doing? Saw you from across the party. Couldn't help but notice.
Is it the baby blues?
You have a breathtaking hiney. This little anchor man. I mean, that thing is good. I want to be on it. I don't know where the fuck that came from.
Every episode, we can never start clean.
I don't know where that came from. That's how that we start dirty every episode, and then we get cleaner as it goes on. We
You'll
clean up
never
our
be
act.
clean.
put some soap in our mouths. We clean up.
It's the hook. Bring you in.
Yeah, bring you in with a little dirtiness. So
Just go get the bar
get
soap.
in the bath, you dirty boy. What was that guy's name that we were gonna yet talk to?
Dr. Dallin.
No,
Ed?
no.
Oh.
Richard Stevenson or whatever, who's driving his Honda Civic right now.
Oh, yeah.
Dan.
Dan Stevenson.
No, it was Richard.
No, it was
Richard,
Dan.
It was Dan.
I think
Whoever you are, you know who you are. Pull over right now. We're talking directly to you, Daniel. All right, we'll meet up with Daniel later. So you got a note.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna stick it in my pocket.
Okay.
God
Not gonna
damn
look at
it.
Nope, not
Okay.
gonna look at it. I'm gonna stick it in my pocket and continue on like
You gonna eat it?
nothing happened.
You never saw a thing.
I'm going to look at Ness and be like, what the hell is that shit? He was giving us weird looks.
I have no
Okay.
idea. You know who that is?
No.
I don't either.
Okay. So you see Dr. Richard Dallin, PhD.
Dick
and,
Dallin. Dick. May I call you Dick? Dick?
Well, you see like his plaque on the door and stuff, and so I don't know. Do you knock?
I'm just gonna go in.
Okay. And
It's a little presumptuous, but okay.
6 charisma. Remember that.
oh yeah, you should have worked on that in 20 years. you really should have. And I'll refer you to the roll 20. He's right here. As soon as you see his face, you know immediately who he is
Oh my God.
because you both saw him. You get an immediate flashback to a man.
Is he listening to Gangster's Paradise?
You get an immediate flashback to a man opening a door, looking at you and saying, 27, closing the door and walking away.
He was in the night floors counting
Oh.
doors. Was that him?
It is 100% him, hasn't aged a day.
Didn't he have a jacket, like a sports jacket on?
Red Sox.
Red Sox, that's what it was.
Boston Red Sox.
Boston. I thought it was older Marcus, handler Marcus, because looking at Marcus's picture in Roll20, it kind of looks like an older version of him.
So he says, he's a massive person, 6'7". He stands up and he says, welcome, you must be the agents. Hello.
I'm going to stop dead in my tracks and just kind of like stare at him to make sure that I'm remembering correctly.
Well, you look like you've seen a ghost.
I think I have. Have we met before?
And he looks at, I don't think so. No, I don't believe so.
Are you sure? You've never seen me possibly when I was younger?
No, I can't say I have. I just met you today. I'm Dr. Dallin. It's nice to meet you. And you are?
Vanessa Michelson.
And you?
Uh,
You just kind of shaking hands all around. You guys do the introductions.
Veronica Carter.
Cameron Moore, nice to meet you.
Yeah, and he gives you the... I'm just kidding.
That's all right, brother. Dab it up.
Dips.
Dab it up.
You got hip bumps. And he says, well, I'm really glad that you, came in contact with me because I'd like to know where my missing patients are. He says, and you look, and in his office, there's actually some screens. He can actually like see they're connected to video cameras, and so he was able to see that you were on your way in, which makes sense, if anything's happening out in the hallway, so that might explain why Mr. Wist, when he came out, it was almost like he was expecting you,
That still seemed a little weird, his reaction.
Yeah. So he goes, should we get down to business? Do you have any questions, or should I just get right into it?
Those camera or those screens behind you. Can you show me where the server is so I can start going over the film
Yeah.
while you're talking to them?
Yes. And these are just for near my office so that I can keep, in case anything's going on nearby, I can come out. We have another place where all of this, where the rest of the cameras are stored. This is just so I can keep an eye out for anything that's going on near my office.
Are all these connected to the main one as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty extensive. We have a lot of cameras here. And if you'll notice, we're on the 3rd floor right now. This is the admin building. So you're like in the middle of the E. You're like on the middle E. You're on the top floor. This is the admin area. And so he says, but I can pull up the feed from my computer, so you can look from there as well, rather than going all the way down to the server room.
Well, let's talk first, and then
Sure.
I would like to go down to the server room just to make sure that I have the raw footage.
Sure. I understand. So here's where it is, or here's what we're dealing with. At exactly 8:11 p.m. on the 28th of August, 2015, 3 patients vanished from their rooms on the 3rd floor. They were locked in their rooms. They were sedated and under bed restraint between 6 p.m. and 6:34 p.m. That's the last time that we were able to that's when they were in bed and restrained. So sometime at 8:11 p.m. they disappeared. What he's trying to say.
Did you say August 28th?
Yeah, August 28th.
Hey, Vanessa, can I talk to you for a minute?
Of course.
Pull her aside and be like, I got the invitation on August 28th.
I did too.
So how could they have known that they were gone?
Very interesting. Dr. Dallin, when was Delta Green notified that these patients had gone missing?
I notified them myself just the following morning. After we couldn't locate it was really strange that they were for sure in restraint between 6 and 6:34, but we didn't note their disappearance until 8:11 p.m.
What was the need for their restraints? Were they physically aggressive?
So the 3rd floor, let me explain how this works. The 3rd floor is where we keep our most violent, our most prone to psychotic breaks. We have to keep them under. We sedate every patient on this wing if they need it. Most do. And then as we go down the floors, floor 2, those are more like apartments. They can come and go as they please. They have a little bit more privileges. And then floor 1, that is our wing where it's mostly free. Come as you go. Go as. I'm having a
Come and
stroke.
go as you please.
Yes, I'm having a stroke. Call a doctor.
You're playing one on TV right now.
Yeah, and so they're allowed to have cell phones, unrestricted internet access.
Or like clinical visits?
Yeah, so they're allowed to have visitors, things of that nature, and as they, they spend a very small amount of time on floor 1 because that's their transition to the outside world. And so floor 3 is certainly the place you don't want to be. Anybody who's been here for a length of time, there's a reason. They can't be trusted with responsibilities past. And that's just the nature of psychology in some cases. Some of these people are very sick, and the more that we can help them, the better.
And these,
in doing so, help other people to not be hurt by them because of their illnesses.
And these 3 were former agents that have disappeared?
Yes, that's correct.
Can you fill us in on what their missions were that brought them to this place?
Well, I actually don't know what their missions were. That's not something that we would keep on file, and I don't know. All I know is that I'm treating what their issues are. Suicidal tendencies, depression, intrusive thoughts, violent tendencies, explosive intermittent disorder. And he says, I have their files right here. It's thin files. It just has a piece of paper listing their statistics, basically, and what they're being treated for, and nothing else about their histories or anything like that. And that's probably by design. I think Delta Green wants to keep it like this is somebody that you can't go dig into, So it's pretty basic. Just has like their name, age, weight, height.
I'd like to see their rooms, Doctor.
Sure. And have you seen, I take it you've seen this photograph. He pulls out the photograph of the, Abigail has gone to the photograph. He says, yeah, but I'd give this to you as well if you need it. Yes, we had no sign of a breach or anything like that. Nobody came in or out of their rooms. They just were gone. Computer log recorded no door entries between when they were put to bed and when the door was opened to investigate their apparent disappearance.
Do you keep guards on staff during those hours?
Yeah, we're staffed 24/7, especially on the third floor. That's where we have our highest amount of orderlies and nurses, and then they bounce around, but mostly we keep heavily staffed on floor 3.
What was the trigger that led you to the discovery that they weren't in there?
Orderly doing their rounds, maybe?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they're doing their rounds, looking in the windows, and noticed that they were gone, missing.
How often do your orderlies round?
Every hour.
So what happened at the 7 o'clock check?
They were there.
So they were strapped in their bed at 6:30.
Mm-hmm. Noted that they were strapped in and sedated.
Does the same orderly round?
It's a different orderly every day.
Can we talk to the orderly that rounded at 7 and the one that rounded at 8?
Yeah, sure. In fact, I'm going to, I have a lot of work to do. I'm going to pass you off to head nurse Samagina.
How do I do insight check on this guy again?
Like a human? Human?
And sir, actually, while you guys are still chatting here a little bit, do you mind if I go? I'm real interested in looking at the computers, or the tapes. I want to start kind of sifting through some things while you guys continue talk. Can I go sit at your computer?
Sure. Yeah, I don't mind. Here, let me log you in, and then you can take a look at, yeah.
Meanwhile,
Now, did you want to do that from the computer, or did you want to go to the server room? Because he would.
I want to do both, but if I can sit at your computer really quick and start going through some of this footage just to see if I notice anything in this area, or even if I can log in down there, but I'd still like to see the servers as well.
Okay. And what is your human? Well, I think we could just take care of that real quick.
So I rolled below my human.
Okay. I wouldn't even have made you roll for it if it was like a 20 or 40.
I have a 42.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, he's legitimate. He wants to know where they are. He's concerned. Seems like a really caring person.
Okay.
And so
Can
go
I
ahead.
pull Vanessa to the side for a second?
Okay.
While you're talking to him,
Sure.
I need you to keep him entertained for a few minutes. Like, all of his focus on me, or on you two, and away from me.
All right, but if you get caught,
If I get caught, I get caught, but I won't get caught.
be quick.
Okay.
He says, I should warn you that we have reviewed the footage, and there are certain glitches, disk errors that may have caused the footage to become corrupted. It's really hard to see.
Okay.
So. So he's gonna say, so yeah, you go and sit down, start your work. Why don't you make a computer science?
While I'm sitting at his computer, I want to install a keylog tracker.
Oh, okay. That could be part of this. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
We want this to work, so I need a good blow here. Oh, that's a hot breath. What is
Hot
it?
dice.
60?
Hot dice.
For those at home, a keylog tracker logs all the keystrokes and puts them into a file.
Ooh, it's a pass. 50.
Okay. This computer science is coming in handy for this. Like, we've used it a lot.
Good thing he did this for the 2000s instead of the 90s. We didn't have near as much to work with.
That's a pass.
Okay.
Just double checking.
All right. So while you're typing and you're secretly, I don't know, you pull like a USB drive out and stick it in. Boom. And immediately installs your Mr. Robot.
My malware.
Yeah. And while you're examining, the footage, you go to open up some files, a set of files between, yeah, so you go to open up the files and it's just at a certain point it just goes right, and from here you're not able to like look, but if you wanted to, you could go down to the server security room and take a look at the files themselves and then try to go to the source if you'd like. From here you can just watch you can
Just
access and watch
the
it.
footage. That's fine. I want to go to the servers and look at the raw footage, but while I'm here, after I do that, I'll probably do that later. So, as long as I have access to the keylogger, and I'm going to attempt to remotely access his computer again.
Okay, sounds good.
While you were doing that, and I'm just making friendly chit chat with him, I'm gonna ask, Doctor, who came out of your office right before we came in? He looked at me like he knew me, and I've never seen him before.
Oh, Ed. Yeah. Ed's kind of a bit of a celebrity around this place. He visits me regularly. We talk about his problems and issues. We try to get through it. In addition to running this place, I'm also their source of therapy. I try to help in any way I can. He just came to talk to me about his problems, like they all do.
I think my colleague over there was telling me about him. Remind me, what was his last name? Ed
Myler Wist.
Myler Wist. That's
Ed Myler
right.
Wist.
Murdered his family, if I remember correctly.
So you've been reading the news.
That's just what we read on the way over.
Yes, yeah, it's unfortunate. The media dubbed him the poor little rich boy murders. He's sick. He is sick. He's, I try not to treat everybody here like monsters. It's hard to separate from real world from where mental illness lies, and it's hard, but, I'm here to help people and try to see the good in them.
Very good of you, Doctor. Sounds like you're in the place you're supposed to be.
Hey, Doc, I'm not getting a whole lot of good footage from your computer. Do you mind if I go down to the servers?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah, you can go as you please if you'd like. Should be just down the hall here in the center wing. And so, yeah, you can just go if you want. You don't. But he says, yeah, I'm going to have my head nurse. Her name's Esther. She'll help you out. She could show you where it is as well, if you'd like. So her name's Esther Samigina.
What?
Samigina.
Why don't we have Esther drop you off at the servers, and then I want to go take a look at the patient rooms.
Sounds good.
Splitting the party this early.
Oh boy.
Let's hope there's no danger in this area for...
You know, where a bunch of violent people are.
Yeah, there's orderlies and stuff around.
Okay. So let's just let's do Cameron first, and then we'll finish off with you guys.
Sure.
So you see like this kind of very short, bubbly-looking woman coming out, and he radios for her, calls for her, and she comes out or she knocks on the door, and opens up. Hey, come in. And she opens it up, and he says, "Would you mind taking these agents around? They're here to help us locate our missing patients. Give them a quick tour of the facility if you wouldn't mind." And she goes, Yes, doctor, I can do that. So, and she's right here. Show you what old Esther looks like. So, and so she goes, "Oh yes, if you follow me, I'll take you around." And she says, "So, I'm assuming you all got the gist of how this facility works. Or I can get into that a little bit more, actually. So, we have 3 wings and 3 floors. The wings are connected by hallways on each floor. Each wing is segregated with secure nurse stations, reinforced doors, staff-only areas, residential dorms. Patients always begin on the 3rd floor. That's where they start. With treatment in time and good behavior, the patients can move down, floor by floor. And after some time, on the 1st floor, an official recognition of successful treatment, they are released. That's how it's always been, and it's worked very well for this facility. So right now we're on the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor is the highest security. Sometimes the patients and orderlies, they call it the pokey. Patients don't want to end up in the pokey. So, it's the most
Punchable.
Yeah.
What floor is the hokey on?
The pokey?
No, the hokey.
The hokey? Oh, right. Well, you got to turn yourself around. So she says, so this is the most heavily staffed floor in the facility, because it's the most prone to trouble. We have 24-hour video surveillance and security mirrors. And we have a policy requiring patients' doors to remain open during the day and daily bed checks. Staff, myself included, we walk the halls at all hours. Possessions on this floor are heavily regulated. You won't notice a lot of art or personal possessions. Most people are going to be wearing gowns. This is for easy treatment, so they can't hurt themselves. No belts. They aren't allowed caffeine. That's a problem for them. No weapons of any kind, not even pencils, pens. This is where we do our hardest job. We do have 1 television. Patients can use it from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now, the 2nd floor, this is medium security. This is sometimes they call it Club Med. Depending on how many patients are in the Dorchester house, some of them enjoy their own private rooms. Most patients end up on the 2nd floor for a longer period of time than the 1st or the 3rd, and so it's a lot more lived in. So if you go around the 2nd floor, it'll look more like apartments. Now, if you notice as we're walking, you'll see there's lockers. This was an old school, so of course there's you'll see lockers. There's colors on the floor and things like that. It's all old style from the school that came before it. Now on the 2nd floor, trust is freely given, but it's quickly withdrawn for bad behavior. We've had some patients end up on the 2nd floor enjoying their time, and then quickly they make their way back up to the pokey, and sometimes we have people make it all the way to the 1st floor, and then bam, back up to the 3rd floor. That's unfortunately, the punishment, rewards and punishments are how we work here. Now, the first floor, lowest security area, it's called the mall. It has the smallest staff, and it's the only floor with unrestricted hallway from the men and women's wards to the center administration wing, so they can come and go as they please. Yeah, a lot of patients spend time in the administrative building, group therapy, meeting with friends, family, playing games, eating in the cafeteria, and then those hallways close at 6:15 each night. Now, any questions?
What floor is Ed Wist on?
The third floor. He's on this floor.
So even if they're on the third floor, they have the liberty to get up and walk around and be out of their rooms?
Well, Ed's been here for so long. Yeah, we have a certain level of trust with Ed. Unfortunately, a lot of the others. Yeah, the doors are open and they are free to walk around. We have orderlies, if you'll notice, and there's orderlies all over. Like there were orderlies everywhere. She goes, luckily we don't have to keep too much of an eye on Ed. He is a bit of a troublemaker, though. That is true. But there are orderlies everywhere. So they're all wearing white, you know. And and we're here. So she takes you to the server room. And, she beeps her badge in, and she goes, all right, man, feel free to take a look. I hope you find something.
Me too.
And, so he drops you off. She takes you and starts showing you other things. She's taking you on the way to the room. So we'll switch over to Cameron. And, so, Cameron, you go into this room. All right.
10 years later.
I know. Okay.
20.
So she drops you off at the security and server room. So these two rooms, they're in the center wing on the third floor, and they're connected. So there's a security room and a server room, and it is very clean. If you've ever been in like a real server room, they're very, very, very clean. You see a 2-seat security station with 16 screens, a computer console, and controls for facility fire suppression systems, locks, and cameras. The camera recordings. So yeah, you'd go in there, and I'm sure there would be a guy looking at him.
Is it network and security system? Like server room? Like is it just the security system server, or is it like their internet network servers as well?
I would think they would probably store it in the same place.
All of it in there?
That makes sense. And so, say that there's a person there, and whoever it is, they give you access, or they move out of the way, and you can feel free to play however you'd like.
Okay. Is he gonna stay in the room, or is he gonna leave?
Probably stay, I would think. So she would drop you off. She would be like, "Hey, Devin." And you'd be like,
Close enough.
And Devin, why don't you make sure that Mr. Moore has everything he needs. And so, Devin would tell you that we store camera recordings for 4 weeks before we delete them. Go ahead. If you need any help, let me know. I'll be over here typing. So you want to make a computer science? Kind of dig in and look at it?
Yeah, but I don't want to lose access to it once I leave here. Devin, is there any way that you can pull... How many cameras are in this place?
A lot. Quite a few. Many. There's a lot of cameras. Like
and you
60, I would think. Like a lot.
And you store every ounce of that footage for 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it stored externally from the system, or is it internal to the system that it's stored?
So they're going to be stored here in this server right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I look into
See, like
it?
these racks. There's racks of servers, and you can hear the fans, and yeah. You have unfettered access, so you can click right in and do whatever you want
Okay.
with a computer science role.
And he's not standing over me, right?
No. He just said, "Yeah, go. Feel free. Go ahead." And he's on a different computer working.
Okay. So again, I would like to put another keylog tracker, and then I want to grab all of the information again to remotely access this computer, the IPs, any certificates that I may need that he has used to log into this computer. All of that information I want to grab.
All right. So why don't we call this 2 computer science roles back to back?
Okay.
One to examine the files and the footage and do the job you're supposed to do, and one to do the other part that you want to do.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
I would say so. the deep
Put them
breath.
in your mouth and spit them out.
Roll 1's a pass with a 58.
Okay.
Close, but a pass.
Okay. So in that case, you're able to put that. I mean, you would want to do the keylog thing first, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I figured. So yeah, you're able to do all that with your computer science. Clickety clackety.
Okay. And then this is for checking the tapes.
Okay. Yeah.
If I target my area, will you give me a bonus?
Target your area? What do you mean?
Like if I target the area that I'm searching, because it's 4 weeks worth of tape. That's a lot of tape to search. So if I target from like the 28th at 5 p.m. till 10 p.m., will you give me a bonus?
I think you're already doing that, aren't you? Like that, you're able to just go right to the file for that and click and drag to where you want to be.
Okay.
So yeah, they're files, and then you can
Nice
Okay.
try.
It's worth a shot. That one hit your tooth. You all right? Yeah. That is a fail by 1%.
by 1%. So
But if I would have been able to check my box, it would have been a pass.
I think now you can upgrade your computer science.
I already did.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, and I mean, if you really want to, we don't have to go through this, but you can be like, "Hey, Devin, I hit a password I need, to be able to access these."
Hey, Devin, I hit a password.
Yeah, so like you were like, "Oh shit, almost got it," and then he's coming. Oh, you need the admin password here. Hang on, clickety clackety clickety clack. There you go. Let you in that time.
And logged.
Yep.
And shit, I didn't even realize that would do that. Oh, you hackers. Hackers, code crackers, slackers.
Hey, Devin, while I got you here, do you monitor these cameras at all times?
We always have somebody in here keeping an eye on things so we can radio in and let anybody know if anything's going on.
Who was monitoring on the 28th?
On the 28th, that would have been me. Yeah, I was here on the 28th when the patients went missing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was here.
Did you notice anything strange happening around the hospital? Maybe not particularly in that area of those rooms, but did anything kind of feel off to you that day?
On that particular day? No, I don't think so. It just seemed like a normal, everyday type of thing.
Any strange visitors? Any strange meetings? Like, obviously seeing us here, it would be odd, but like any other things like that?
No, and I mean, these are things that are documented, and if there's any strange goings on, people, any of the patients trying to escape, attack, or getting if any of the patients decide to bump one of the other patients, then that's all, we keep track of that kind of thing. If anybody strange shows up that's not supposed to be here, they don't have access to, visitors are only allowed on the first and second floors, I think.
And since you're typically the ones watching the cameras, with the 3 patients that went missing, was there any type of like aggressive or instance that may have happened with them that day? Or was there any violent episode? Did they get hurt or injured? Anything?
Well, no, I don't think so. We would have had it in the log if there was any incident.
Can I see the log?
Sure, yeah. And he pulls out this he pulls open a file on his computer and just a log of incidents. It'll say things like, just
that would be put in by the nurses. Anything like
the
nurses
exactly.
or the
Orderlies, nurses,
Yeah.
and some of it is just like incident reports. You'll see that. So you'll see, Timothy Bale stole a croissant. Things like that. Small, large, and I think they would increase by severity. So we'd be like, oh, this is like a level 3 infraction. And so you pull those up, and if you were to search for those 3 names that I gave you earlier about who the agents were, you wouldn't find any incidents. You'd maybe 1 or 2, but not on that day. You may have had like, oh, we needed to up their meds, or we needed to so-and-so tried to run out of their room, we had to sedate them, so-and-so, things like that. Like, but nothing that stands out. Like, they're on the 3rd floor for a reason, and they're being heavily medicated. They're having episodes and stuff. So-and-so tried to steal a knife to kill themselves with, things like that. But nothing on the day. It seemed nothing happened that day.
All right, and one final question before we get going through the tape here, Dylan, right? Devin. Sorry, Devin.
Dylan is the one you're looking for.
Dylan is the one I'm looking for. Yeah. How long have you been working here?
About 3 years.
Have there ever been any other instances like this that have occurred where people just vanish?
I've never seen one. We've had patients try to escape all the time. It happens infrequently, but enough where we're really good at making sure that they don't escape. But nothing like they just up and disappeared. I mean, this is an Alcatraz, so.
Are there any stories of people just up and disappearing? Because, when people work at a place for a long time, sometimes there's legend almost of this one time. Anything like that?
No, we didn't have any Alcatraz type stories where they dug out with a spoon or anything. No, that never. Except for that one time. No.
You son of a bitch.
Wait a minute. Look behind the poster.
Okay.
No.
Can you take me to the portion of the film where right before are there cameras in their rooms?
There's cameras on the outside of their rooms,
okay.
And so that you can see the hallways and things like that. So I think some cameras are going to be in their rooms, especially on the 3rd floor in the rooms themselves. But 2nd and 1st floor, it's less monitored.
Okay. Can I look at those 3 rooms from about 6 o'clock to about 9 o'clock, and the hallways outside of those rooms?
Well, one issue is that I don't think you're going to be able to find much here, so you're going through. Let's talk about what you see. So while you're examining the terminal, video records of the disappearance are just lost, wholly due to common disk error and a cascade of glitches, and it prevented the automatic backup and update. So files that were permanently saved from May 27th to June 8th, when the problem was rectified, are corrupted and retain no useful information.
Of course.
So if you want, you'd be like, so if you're looking for so-and-so, Dylan or whoever, all right, so here's Dylan going down, walking down, speaking with Dr. Dallin, then walking back to his room, things like that. So you can see with them, you know, these patients walking around, talking and things like that, but you don't see anything close to the day of. Completely corrupted, glitched.
Non-recoverable.
We've tried. Yeah, he's just, I don't get it. Yeah, sucks. The backups didn't kick in. Yeah, it's just lost. Shit happens.
I mean, it's a pretty cavalier attitude when 3 of your patients have been missing.
No, I know. I've been in here hours and hours trying to recover it. I had to give up. Yeah, it sucks. I'm pretty pissed off that it's happening. Trust me, I'm not being cavalier about it. I'm just irritated that when systems fail, you understand.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You try.
I mean, I could give it a try.
Oh, yeah, feel free.
Computer science check.
Yeah, do it. Go ahead.
Do it.
Just do it.
Do it to it.
No, that failed last time.
It's a critical success with 44.
Critical success. Okay, so try as you might, even with your critical success, you can't pull it out successfully, and you can confirm that with your critical success. So you can say, he's right. There's nothing here. There's nothing to do. I have no backup. I have no backup of my backup. There's nothing. You're basically confirming what he said. So try as you might, checking everywhere where you know how to do it. 100% confirmed. Gone.
Wait, have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. He's like, just plugs it back in. There they are.
So, computer guy to computer guy right here. In this window of time, am I looking at just a black space? Like from what time did the feed go dead to what time did it come back up?
So he would tell you that, like, at a certain point the file goes black and then it's just corrupted. So you don't see anything.
Okay.
Nothing. You see nothing on the screen anymore.
Is it just for these specific areas, or is it the system as a whole?
All of the files for that time period.
For the whole entire
Whole
camera
system,
system.
yeah.
So the whole facility's camera system went down for half hour or
for a while, hour,
for
something like
hour
that,
and a half.
and completely got corrupted and backup gone. So when you know, when I was saying earlier that if you were looking for like Dylan or whatever, these were like from weeks ago, you know, before this issue happened or days ago, whatever. But yeah, he's like, see, sucks.
Was there anybody else in the server room with you that night?
There's usually 2 of us. Yeah, I think I was working with Bill. You know.
Oh, Bill.
Does this dude seem like a pretty straight guy to me?
Oh yeah, Bill. Yeah. Bill. I work with Bill for the entire time I'm here. He's been here longer than me.
What's his last name? Not important.
Charleston.
All right.
Are you wanting to know if you're being lied to at all?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. Like,
What's your human?
oh, can I roll a human
Yeah,
on this guy?
you're trying to. Yeah, I'm sitting there like, where's he going with this? What's going on here? Yeah, go ahead. What's your human? Is it pretty low or high or?
It's real low.
Well, you've been rolling. You might get it.
No. I did not get it. 90.
Yeah, seems like he's telling the truth. I mean, yeah, that's what you're getting.
I'm good with computers, not with people. Devin, my friends are walking with that nurse right there. Can you take me to that area with them?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Just over the patients' rooms.
Oh, yeah. I think that's where they were headed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so he would take you over there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Easy. She's gonna take you to the rooms, is that right?
Yep, that's where I want to go.
Okay. So I would assume that she would take you to the rooms first, and you would have been there for a few minutes or however long, and then you would join later.
I would say I was probably in there for 30 minutes, 45 minutes with him.
Yeah.
So
I
they
can
probably
see
had
that.
some room there, time there.
Okay. And she goes, okay, so this is it. She brings you to the room and, opens it up, hits the key card, and she opens it up and says, yeah, we haven't touched anything, so feel free. She takes you to like one of the rooms. You can go in if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna just, before going in, just look at the door frame. I'm assuming they did all of this already, but I'm just gonna do a double check of it, make sure it doesn't look like any forced exit entry.
Check the walls and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the wall, it's still there in blood.
The Abigail Wright message.
I don't touch it directly.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's still there.
What's all in the room? Just like a bed?
So it's pretty unremarkable. There's nothing in it, really. There's restraints and a bed, and it's a safe room, basically. It's just...
Do we see any sigils?
No, you don't. Just...
I want to flip the bed sheets off,
Okay.
just gonna tear what is in the room apart just to look.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll check the inner mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you take a look. Nothing.
What about the ceiling?
Yeah, looks like a white ceiling. About it.
Is it
Does it look like-
tiled floor?
Yeah, tile.
Does it look like it's been recently painted over?
Not that you can tell. It doesn't smell like paint in here or anything.
Just gonna check some of the tiles, make sure nothing's loose, everything's solid, everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
Were
I need to pull that note up because I don't.
were they the only Delta Green agents there?
I don't think so. But I'm not certain.
They were the only ones at the moment. Yeah, but in the past they've had others.
Abigail Wright has gone to sea, cross the walks to rescue. Cross the waves to rescue me in a ship both tall and fine. She rounds the corner, marking time. And Boston is on the coast, isn't it? No? I don't know shit. I thought there was like a harbor, Boston Harbor.
I just like poking at you.
Good.
That's where the Boston Tea Party happened.
Yeah.
Cross the waves to rescue me.
In a ship both tall and fine. Maybe there's somewhere else.
We
Because
don't.
they've been confined they were confined the whole time up until their disappearance.
Not the entire time. Like they are
Or up and walking.
Yeah, they're restrained and yeah, they were restrained and sedated.
Okay.
It's clearly reverb.
So we're not gonna find anything in these rooms, are we?
No, if you go to the other rooms, they're empty.
Same.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
Alrighty. Well,
Are there any like immediate corners near this room? Rounds the corner marking.
I don't think this has anything to do with this building or this realm, honestly. Because Abigail's not in our realm.
Gonna look at the note? Gonna look at the note?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm asking her. She has the note.
Veronica doesn't know that I have it.
Oh, right. You gonna
Oh,
look at the
that?
note?
No, I thought you meant the bloody one.
No. Yeah, I meant the note that Ed Wist gave you. I'm sure our listeners have been
Isn't
waiting
there-
patiently to hear what that note says all episode.
Isn't there cameras in these rooms?
Not inside of them.
In the third floor rooms?
In the third floor, yeah,
Yeah,
there's
they
cameras.
have
Oh.
cameras in them.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not going to look at that note.
Oh, okay.
Not right now. I'm gonna hang on to it. until
Kevin
I feel
needs
safe.
it for his cliffhanger ending.
That would have been a good cliffy for me to cliff off of.
I'm gonna hang on to it.
Spaghetti monster it is. Spaghetti monster.
Fine, Kevin. Is the nurse didn't go in with us, did she? She's just letting us kind of peruse the
No,
room.
she's walking around. In fact, she probably
Doing a
went
rounds.
down and was just like, "Hey, put down that fucking bench."
Okay. Well, not that I don't trust Veronica, but I'm just going to say, hey, I'm going to go check out the next room while you look around, and I'll go into the next room.
And I'm just gonna keep analyzing the blood note.
Yeah, I'll turn my back to the camera in the room and pull it out and take a look at it.
Well, here we go.
Okay. You refer to roll 20, and I'll ask you to just read it.
How did you find me? I thought you had left. In any case, they are still here at night.
Fade to black. And we'll find out what happens on the next episode of the Doom Vision podcast.